Marriage involves two people constantly looking out for each other and leaving room for no mistakes, such as infidelity. Sadly, this young man who was happy to welcome his third child and only daughter with his wife realized that the baby was not his. Catch a glimpse at his actions after that. Most times, a partner who is on the receiving end feels traumatized by the disloyalty and often thinks about the intricacies of the affair. Such actions can also lead the partner cheated upon to feel depressed and not good enough about themselves. Sadly, while some marriages can scale through this following the interference of a professional and a pledge from the perpetrator to remain committed, there may be consequences neither party cannot recover from. This involves the intimacy outside marriage that leads to a pregnancy. Many couples never make it past this line, especially when they already have a child or children together. A love child has always borne the brunt of indiscipline on the part of one parent. In the future, that child does not get the desired love from both parties as the kids welcomed by the father and mother. About 2 years ago, a Seattle father with 2 sons, whose wife had delivered their third child, wrote an emotional message to Reddit. The poster explained that his wife gave birth to a black child. It was shocking because they are both white, as well as their 2 sons, aged 2 and 4 at the time. Eventually, the new mother confessed that the baby was a product of her one-night stand with another man. Without hesitation, the devastated husband opted for divorce. Despite being heartbroken, the man maintained a high level of maturity out of love for his young kids and continued to live under the same roof until the divorce was finalized. He admitted that it was an unfortunate necessity, adding that he was upset at his wife, but never the love child. Also, he wanted to confirm the paternity of the older kids, which fortunately came back positive. Although he felt fulfilled with the result, his concern was for the black baby. The couple lived in an area populated with white folks, and his family members and co-workers who appeared disappointed in the wife passed racial comments about the baby. The father of 2 was not pleased about it, but the most problematic of all was how his boys would grow to love their sister, especially if they had to listen to the unpleasant remarks about her. In his words, "I'm worried that as they grow to understand the situation that they might grow to resent their half-sister for breaking up their parents' marriage. And worse, that their resentment might express itself in a racist fashion." The man needed advice on how to parent his sons to be better siblings who would love their own, regardless of color. People who wanted to lend a helping hand provided the poster with the best advice suitable for his kids, which in turn would make them better siblings and adults in society. One person shared a personal experience. He explained that he had a half-brother who was almost like his twin, as they both received the same unquantifiable love and affection from their father. According to the commenter, he was unaware that they were step-siblings because of his dad's consistency. The commenter added, "You can have the baby come with your sons occasionally, make sure they're treating her okay, and be an example for his to treat their sister." A second person wrote, "I'm no parent, but I think telling the boys to love their sister no matter what would do the situation some good. Or at least to keep that message consistent through their upbringing." Did the father of 2 yield to the bits of advice on the platform? A few weeks after the first post, the Seattle resident revealed an update that included details of how he handled the situation. He explained that leading by example was a great way to set his sons on the path, and that he had concerned himself with correcting and criticizing the racial bigotry. As far as how his sons were faring, he mentioned that the younger boy was unable to comprehend, but that the 4-year-old has noticed the change in the home, but fortunately, is often easily distracted. The Reddit poster also mentioned that his wife felt remorseful, but that was not enough to save their marriage as he had stopped loving her. He only had a platonic love for her because of her status as the mother of his kids. He also revealed that living under the same roof was extended as his wife was not financially buoyant. She lost her job during the COVID-19 pandemic. Also, she was dealing with depression, which made it more challenging for the entire family to go through their typical routine. Thankfully, he bonded brilliantly with the biracial child, whom he considered adopting. His wife met her birth dad in Philadelphia and knew nothing about him except his first name. So to make things easier for the family, especially as they would be co-parenting, adoption was the best bet. Despite the decision to make the child his on paper, the poster still wanted her to be able to connect with her biological dad in the future. For this to be possible, they purchased an Ancestry DNA kit. Many other Reddit users who had been stuck on the story since day one churned out words of encouragement, as well as praises for the father of two. One commenter quipped, "A lot of people can take something away from your post. How to treat other human beings. Not only the ones who have made mistakes, but also the ones who simply need a loving parent. I wish you the best. You really deserve it, buddy." Judging by the story, love is never an easy decision, and whether we choose to love our partners or kids, it comes with a lot of sacrifices. Ultimately, it is crucial for partners to be faithful and not subject either party to the consequences of infidelity. If there is ever a doubt arising in the marriage, you either butt out or ask yourself, is it really worth the risk?